Hey, good morning all. I'm Patrick and welcome back to Rustaholic. We are still working on my 1969 Plymouth Fury. In the last episode, we did get the engine into the car and we started doing all of the little things. Still a lot more to do up there, but today's episode is going to be all about exhaust. Yes, I got the package from Tube Technologies. They're out of Corona, California. And the application here is for a 1969 Plymouth 318 stock headers with the Sanderson headers number DD7. So very exciting. We're going to see how far we can get with this. Yeah, let's get started. First step, I got to figure out how to open this box. It is like locked down. Well, that's not so bad. All right, I think we'll just pull all this out, get it all mocked up in the driveway out here, and let's see what we're working with. All right, that's it. I'm gonna take a few minutes to inventory this stuff and see how this is all supposed to work out. Back in a bit. All right, after checking it out, I think we're gonna start with the back and work our way forward. I did see one issue under the car so far for, let's call this the driver's side. Looks like there are provisions for this bracket. So if we can get this bracket in, then this should fit right in there. Previously it was only a single exhaust, so it was only coming out the passenger side. So this side doesn't have any provisions for existing exhaust, but it did have provisions for these. So hopefully we'll get this one on. For the other side, there's no holes there. And because it was originally for a single exhaust, it has a different kind of bracket apparatus. So we're probably not going to use these, but let me show you under the car what I'm talking about. So here we've got the driver's side, and previously there were no provisions for an exhaust system on this side. So it looks like those holes right there will line up. I'll try that in just a second. And you can see here on the passenger side, it was the existing single exhaust. So I think we're just going to try to reuse that over there and use the new brackets on the other side. Don't you do it. I'm going to go ahead and grab those rubber stoppers and we'll get those on, and then we'll feed that exhaust through and see where it sits. Woo! I must be allergic to spiders. How do you get it in there? hey, that looks all right. That looks all right. I'll take that all day. All right, so this is an issue here. It's got a bolt here, but gas tank's in the way, and I'm not really in the mood for dropping a gas tank. So, but we need that to stay there, like forever. So I think we might have to something like that. We're gonna try that. And I'm not a fantastic welder, but it seems like this is why we have welders, so we can just make that permanent. So we're gonna give that a try. Sure, why not? All right, this one is on. It's not pretty, but it's up there. Let's get the other one up, and then we'll start on the midsection. All right, this is the passenger side bracket, and there was an issue with this. So when trying to use this gap between here and here is too far. Yeah, I mean, I would have needed a new one of these. This wouldn't have stretched around the new exhaust pipe. But even with it all the way set into place, this was sitting lower than my driver's side. So I need to get this all the way up. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut all this off. I'm going to flip this around, and then I'm going to use this to tighten this up. Probably use some bolts or something for a spacer, just to get it so that it's 2.5, so it'll just kind of hold it in place, and that should get it to where it's even with the other side. So that's the plan. Wish me luck. Alright, here's the end result here. And if we use this as our template, you'll see I'll get that. Let's see if I can get it in there. About 1/4 inch gap is what I'm looking for. So I did cut up some of those old, new insulators. Got some lock washers in there. Get that proper spacing, and finish it off with some lock washers or some lock nuts. Should be good. Let's get it back in the car. see the nut. Where is the nut? Found it. All right, the back is in. Time to move on to the middle portion. All right, now that the back end part is done, we can go to that middle section, which should be pretty straightforward. All the stuff should just be clamping together right now. I may have to actually cut the ends off of something just in case, because the mufflers that I got are might be a little bit longer than they spec'd out for. But we're going to try it anyway. So what mufflers did I get? I got Thrush, vintage sound, vintage power, or today's power. That's what it is. Glass packs, the giant ones. I don't know. I'm excited about it. My Caprice had these, and they were so ridiculous back in the day. And this right here is just my fun car. So let's go ahead and shout about it a little bit. So that's what we're going to do. We'll start with these and continue working our way to the front. All right. That close? I don't even know how close it is. Not sure. We'll see. Alright, I think I have this pretty well mocked up as far as this is going to go. And it's lining up pretty good, with the exception of this tube here is a little bit long. Gonna have to trim this one back. Otherwise, I think that's gonna get us to the transmission cross member here. Transmission support right here. And then from then on out, we're on our own. So I'm gonna trim this guy back just a little bit and see if we can't get this all locked in. All right, next up. All right, got it mocked up to here. I think this is all right. Just need to drop down from the headers and make a connection. Let's see if we can make that happen. Alright, next up is the headers. We're going to go ahead and get this stuff attached. I do have some adapters to go from this one, so it will actually connect to the 2.5-inch pipe. But it's just slightly oblong, just like the littlest bit. I want this to slide over, so I'm just going to cut a small little notch here and a small little notch in this one, and hopefully that'll be enough just to allow me to get it started, and I'll just bang it in the rest of the way, and then this should be good. Alright, doing it. Got it pounded in. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to leave it like this for now, and I'm going to have my my friend go ahead and zip this in proper, because my skills just aren't there. But what this does let us do is continue to mock this up. And with any luck, this will reach to what we have down there. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I'm going to do the other one real quick, and then we'll get back under the car and see what kind of gap we have left. Very cool. All right. Sorry about that. The battery died on the phone there. So what I've done while it was charging is I went ahead and installed the headers. And you can see the headers are still shiny. I have clear coated these, so this is how they're going to stay. Pretty excited about that. I have the adapters we just made pointed down. The driver's side went in, no cuts there, pretty good. Passenger side, I've made 2 cuts on this already, and just about to go under there and see how close we are. Hopefully this is it. Let's check it out. Alright, you can see the driver's side over there is very close. That's totally acceptable right there. We just need one more little piece in there. The passenger side is kind of at the wrong angle. I don't know if you can tell, but it's not really wanting to line up. So my thoughts here is, if I can do this with one hand, is I'm going to cut a little notch in this and get this just to bend up, because otherwise it comes down but this bend just isn't quite right. I'm just going to cut a notch, try to bend it up, and then we'll just have to weld that notch back up where it is, and then I think we'll be pretty close to what we have on the driver's side. That's the plan. Let's see if that works out. Still pull this in a little bit if we needed to, but let's go see how close that is. All right, so now with that in and that slice out of it, it's lining up a lot better, and that's workable. It'll still go up a little bit when we tack it in, but now we got pretty much a straight shot into the back half, which is mocked in. So that's very exciting. So just gotta, from one problem to another problem, just keep working all the problems until it's done. All right, next problem. Boom, shakalaka. That one's connected. And bam! That one's connected too. Pretty psyched. Headers all the way to the back. We have connection. Fully mocked up. Ready for final welding where appropriate. We're going to hang a bunch of straps. Keep it locked in. But it's there. It's in. Pretty excited about that. Now we can finally move on to all the rest of the little things. But that will be for the next episode. Whew. It has been a very long day for me. I just want to thank you all very much for watching. Next time we're going to get to all the rest of the little things up here. And maybe, just maybe, we'll actually fire it up. Wouldn't that be something? It's been like a whole year. You know, I'm excited about it. Let's do it already. Might need a personal day.